Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 16 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Rainey, and Rainey wants to know, how do I think this season compares to last season? Well, let's see. I thought there was some interesting stuff going on last season, but not many of the characters were likable. I think this season had a lot more likable people, or has a lot more likable people, but they're kind of boring game-wise. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. And if you want to be house guest of the day, send me a private message. Okay, so some people were sleeping like all day yesterday. This needs to stop because it's really boring. They need to send Adele in there from Big Brother Canada and go, "Wake up, Big Brother!" For real though. So Nicole has been very emotional since she was named the replacement nominee by Christine. And Victoria has been a really good friend to her. She's been comforting her. Most of the time when people go up on the block and they're like for sure going, they get shunned. Maybe not even on purpose, but people just don't want to talk to them. It's just awkward and they don't want to be caught like talking to that person. But Victoria has been really good about keeping Nicole company, as has Donnie. But Nicole was telling Victoria how she was really hurt by Christine's speech. She's not sure why she would do that. I'm not sure either. Seriously, like I discussed yesterday, I think that was really stupid to make such a mean speech. But Victoria was also bringing her toilet paper for her tears. Do they not have tissues? Because I feel like whenever I see someone crying, they have like a roll of toilet paper next to them. Where are all the tissues? But anyway, Nicole was like, yeah, Christine, she just has to be working with the guys, right? Yeah, you've been told that like a million times. Zach told you about the detonators, and I'm pretty sure other people have too, but for some reason, she just won't believe it. I don't know why. But it seems pretty set that Nicole is going home this week. Then again, that's what we were saying about Zach last week. You never know. But there has definitely been way less game talk since Nicole was put up on the block. But we were treated to some golf talk from Zach last night. And you know why I actually enjoyed this? Because that's what happens when the Sunday show is delayed by golf. I actually sat there and watched golf. So I found it quite interesting when he was talking about seeing Rory McIlroy and Ricky Fowler, all of them in person, and he stood like right next to Tiger Woods, like after Tiger Woods took a shot. So it was kind of interesting to hear him talking about that now that I've watched golf. But anyway, it sounds like Zach is a real a-hole at some of these golf tournaments. He'll like shout out crazy stuff and it's just wild. But anyway, Victoria was sharing some of her worries with Derek yesterday. She was telling him how she doesn't want Christine to be the last girl in the house. What is up with all of the women this season wanting to be the last girl in the house? Really? You need to aim higher, ladies. Maybe like make the final two, or I don't know, win. Imagine that. No, I want to be the last girl in the house. Come on! So she was also complaining about how she was so tired, and Derek was just like, go to sleep. If you're tired, go to sleep. But it also reminded me of Real Housewives of New York with Bethany and freaking Kelly Ben Simone. Go to sleep! It was nuts. But Derek was basically just like brushing her off. He doesn't want to deal with it. He's had a very stressful week getting Nicole up on the block. And he was like, this week is supposed to be a lock. Like, he doesn't want to be bothered with it. So Victoria goes back to talking to Nicole on the hammock. And they were talking about how Christina's getting really close to Derek. She's got Cody. She's supposedly like best friends with Frankie. So Victoria's getting a little paranoid because, like I said, she wants to be the last girl in the house, not Christine. So Victoria was talking to Derek again. I think he was getting pretty pissed. And she was like, starting off by saying like, oh, I feel so bad for Nicole. And Derek's just like, don't. She would vote you out if the roles were reversed. So Victoria keeps asking these like paranoid questions, and Derek's just like, stop. No game talk right now. I'm on vacation until Thursday. I'm pretty sure he actually used the term vacation. That is crazy. Can you ever really be on vacation in the Big Brother house? It just doesn't seem right. But again, Victoria was just like, I'm so tired, but I don't want to go to sleep. She didn't want to miss anything because, I mean, after last week when everything changed like that, when some people were asleep, Zach, she didn't want to miss anything. But he was just like, you're not going to miss anything. Go to sleep. So Frankie has his own opinion of why Nicole is such a mess. He is claiming that she is all emotional right now because she feels guilty about what she said about Frankie and his sister. He keeps saying how she took something beautiful and twisted it and made it into something ugly. Get real, dreamer. It's not all about you. Alright, well, there was something exciting last night. There was some fan interference. Derek, Cody, and Christine were all outside talking in the backyard, and all of a sudden, they heard some fans yelling outside over the wall. So first they said, "We love you, Big Brother." Then this girl was like, "I love you, Zach." And then this guy yelled, "I love you more." And then they honked their horn. So Derek was just like, "Oh my God, did you hear that? That was awesome." And immediately, Christine pulls out her famous line, "That is disgusting. I am disgusted." I need a tally on how many times she said that because I feel like she's saying it all the time. But she was pissed. Cody was just like, "I didn't hear anything." He didn't want to admit to it. I don't know why he's so upset about Zach getting attention because all Cody's done this season is do everything that Derek said and drool over Zac Efron. So yeah, Christine was like, "Don't tell Zach because he's just gonna get a big head." Derek was like, "Really? Wouldn't you want to know if that happened?" And like they were talking about you. She was just like, "I guess so, but I'm disgusted." So of course they had to go on an indoor lockdown after that happened because what if those people yelled something like, "Derek is a cop," or something like that? So they had to go inside, and for some reason the feeds went down when they went inside, but Big Brother After Dark was still on, so that was kind of weird. And the feeds were off for a while. So Derek told Zach about what happened, and he was really excited. Ooh, fans. But luckily, he did not keep talking about it forever the way that Caleb was talking about how everyone was calling him Beast Mode Cowboy on the football outing. So, I mean, Caleb is just going on and on about that. It's pretty ridiculous. But not much else happened last night. Not anything noteworthy anyway. But this morning, Christine got the HOH camera. Yay! More pictures of sleeping house guests. I mean, really, this sleeping thing is an issue. You know how many pictures there are from the HOH camera of people with sleeping house guests, or just sleeping house guests, or like nobody? You know what else is sad? She didn't want to really take any pictures with Donnie, so like they would go outside and be like, "Donnie, can you take this picture?" And then not take a picture with Donnie. It was so sad, and he totally he picked up on it. These people are mean. But like I said earlier, they need to start enforcing some sleeping rules with these people like they do on Big Brother Canada, because on the Canadian version, they don't let them sleep during the day. They like give them punishments or like just keep bothering them until they wake up. So it makes them go to bed earlier, and it's just much more enjoyable for the East Coast at least. So Nicole and Donnie were having a little chat about the game and about the house guests today, and I'm just wondering, how many times does Donnie have to tell Nicole that Derek is running the show before she gets it? Because she's still like, "So like, what's the deal with Derek?" And he's just like, "Derek is running the house." Still, nobody, it's not just Nicole though, nobody wants to do anything about it. So they were also wondering if like there's some twist this season that Christine and Cody are actually married. And this is not the first time that I've heard somebody wonder about that. And they're just like, yeah, we've never seen a married person be that touchy with someone who's not their spouse. It is pretty weird if you ask me. But Nicole, this was so sad. Nicole was also saying how she wished that she could start her game over because she realizes that she's made a lot of mistakes, and if she could turn back time. Yeah, I did that. So It looks like the Big Brother is thinking the house guests are really boring because they supplied them with 4 badminton rackets, some shuttlecocks, and Jenga. So that should be fun for them. And that's all I have for today. So until tomorrow, much love.
Edit.